Hey guys, FireHedgehog here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the BCR05 Kamen Rider Build FireHedgehog form from Kamen Rider Build. This is the 5th entry in the Ball Change Rider series of interchangeable figures. So, let's get started.
HARINEZUMI. SHOUBOUSHA. Best match. Are you ready? Let's do Kenzan. FireHedgehog.
So, here we have Kamen Rider Build FireHedgehog form, and let's take a look at the figure in closer detail. So starting off from the head, you can see that the figure has a white and crimson color scheme. And you can see the unique eyes, one being based on a hedgehog and the other one being a fire engine. Then getting down to the body, you start off with the HARINEZUMI half body, which you can see has all of these hedgehog spikes running all the way down from the shoulder to the shoulder pad to the spiked gauntlet. And they're all made of soft plastic so that kids won't get hurt or poke themselves. Then for the SHOUBOUSHA half body, you can see the chest is not entirely crimson, but instead only partially, to better get across this detail, which is how it's supposed to be partially based on a fire engine cab, and then you have this part which goes into the ladder, which extends out to the shoulder, where you have the tip of the ladder with the hose, and then the fire engine cab with the wheel down here. Then getting down to the arm, you can see a second part with another ladder hose, which acts as the weapon. Getting down to the belt, you've got all the details that it needs to have. You've got the turbine painted in silver, and then the full ball is also painted in as well. Plus the standard details like the yellow belt straps and the full ball holder. Then as for the legs, they're the standard build legs, so there's not too much about them, but they are still nicely detailed and painted. Articulation wise, once again the head is locked in place because of the transformation, or the gimmick rather. And for the shoulders, they are a little bit limited as they only go out this far because of the shoulder pads. They can still be rotated around 360 degrees. Have your single joint elbows, a bicep swivel, although in the case of HARINEZUMI it is a little bit limited also because of the way the shoulder pad goes, but you can still give it or get a fairly good range of articulation. And you also rotate it at the wrist, so the gauntlet can be moved and repositioned. Then for the SHOUBOUSHA half, you got the same articulation. Of course, also have the wrist swivel, and for this one, it has the 2 finger joints. Additionally, the ladder section can be swiveled and raised and lowered to enhance the posability. Then for legs, they go forward and back, in and out, single jointed knees, thigh swivel, and ball joint ankles. And of course, because this is part of the Ball Change Rider series, it can be switched with other figures, and you can mix and match the half bodies. So, as always, we'll use the last figure in the series, in this case Ninja Comic, and switch them around for a couple of trial forms. So as always, to split them apart, you have a button on the back. You'll press the button and pull it apart to split it into 2. You do the same thing with the other figure. Then you can swap the halves to create the trial forms HARINEZUMI Comic, and Ninja SHOUBOUSHA. Definitely a couple of neat little forms there. As a bonus, also bring in the rabbit tank figure, so you can take this apart and take apart HARINEZUMI comic. And setting these aside, we'll put these two together to create HARINEZUMI Tank, one of the first trial forms in the series, and it's definitely cool to see it recreated here, as it is seen in the opening, so it is a form that you see pretty often when you watch the show, even if it's not in the content of the episodes themselves. And there we go. So overall, while FireHedgehog form is a more limited figure, especially compared to some of the others because of the way it's designed, I think it makes up for it with the very good paint and detail work, as well as how the SHOUBOUSHA has that movable gimmick, which does add in a little bit more play value. And of course, with it being part of the BCR figure series, you can mix and match. So, if you don't like this form, you can perhaps mix it and create a better one, or a couple of better ones. So if you're collecting BCR figures, this is definitely another one I recommend picking up. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Kaizoku Resha full ball set tomorrow at 7 PM PST. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, riding off.